All right, here we go, lads, into the future with the. I guess all of you know about this by now. All of you heard that there's a new EDH Commander ban restricted announcement. They should call it a ban and restricted announcement anymore, though, because they don't ban anything. They're not going to restrict it. What are they going to do? Cut off their money supply? Cut off cards that they can sell? No, we know that's not going to happen. They should call it a re-bracketing. It should be the annual re-bracketing announcement. We're moving around the brackets. We're adding cards in. We're not taking anything out because we can make money off of them. All right, so what did they dump on us today? Well, some interesting things. I listened to two other content creators. I listened to Desolate Magic and I listened to Magic Historian. Desolate Magic was pretty pissed off. He said none of these cards should be unbanned. Nobody's asking for it. Why the fuck did they do this? And just complain. That's what he does. He complains. It's his shtick. Magic Historian, though, he was pretty excited by some of them. He talked about the pros and the cons. Um, that, for example, Coalition Victory does let somebody win out of nowhere, which might be a letdown, might be deflating to everybody. But he is still interested to see what's going to happen in the format. He still is curious. Desolate Magic is too jaded. He's not curious at all. So what I'm curious about is what is this going to do to me? Let's start at the top. Gifts Ungiven isn't banned. We can run Gifts Ungiven now. So it's a 4 mana instant, 3 in a blue. Instantly, search library for up to 4 cards of different names and reveal them. Target opponent chooses to target opponent. If you're in a format game and you decide to see what the new guy is going to pick, the least experienced guy is going to pick, that's your right. The other two people need to shut it. If they're not being targeted, they need to just watch and see what happens. So the opponent target chooses 2 of those cards. Those go in your graveyard and the rest in your hand, and then you shuffle. Out of these 5 cards, there's only 2 of them I actually own. One of them I bought intentionally, and one of them I just got because I opened Modern Horizons. You can probably guess which one that is if you know anything about the Modern Horizons set. So, the card that I bought intentionally was Gifts Ungiven. And its price, I bought a foil one because I like the art. It was banned. I never expected it to get unbanned because I bought it well before the rules committee abdicated to Wizards of the Coast. So I bought a foil one because I like the art. And oh my god, did it shoot up? Look at that spike. So for some reason, there's this outlier where somebody bought one for €70 back in March. I don't know what the hell that is, but you can see that good condition English copies they got real expensive real fast. So I bought mine probably for. I tried to look it up. I tried to look in my price history, but Magic Card Market killed it. You cannot look past a 2 month window and search your price history. You have to go one by one and look at all the goddamn transactions. And I've got a lot of potential transactions. I looked at a bunch of them and I couldn't find which one and where I bought my foil Gifts Ungiven, but I know I would not have paid more than €40 for it. So let's say I did pay €40. Well, the price has doubled. But as always, I have one copy. I really like the card. I like looking at it. I like to have a foil. I can play it now, but if I sell it so I can buy other cards, I'm not going to be able to buy another one until the price tanks, until the price drops, which is probably not going to until they reprint the shit out of it. So that is one of the cards I own. And where could I put it? I've got 2 decks that it would go into very well. Negazar and Kenrith. So Kenny here, he already has the Unburial, right? uh, he has some big, interesting smash face creatures. So Kenny is probably the one I should put the card into. and it's probably the one that I would be most abusive in. Um, so that's what I'm thinking of. Thinking of putting my Gifts and Given into Kenrith's Return King. So anyway, to go back to it, it is in band now. You can play it. You can also fail to find. So, for example, with Kenrith here, I can cast Gifts and Given as an instant at the end of the turn of the opponent preceding me, and I can find Toxrill the Corrosive, if that's what tickles my fancy, and where is it? Sorcery and Unburial Rites. And if I fail to find the other two cards, those two cards have to go in my graveyard, so I can flash back um, Unburial Rites and recast something. But if I have Kenrith in play, I don't need to flash it back. I can just spend 5 and pull the creature out. So I'm thinking of putting Gifts and Given in this deck in Kenrith, but I'm not sure if it isn't going to be oppressive, if it isn't going to be too much. I mean, I already have Buried Alive, Sorcery Speed, go find 3 creature cards, put them in graveyard, then shuffle. I've got Wheel of Fortune, dump your hand in your graveyard. Everybody does. Draw 7 new cards. I don't have anything else that... For example, I don't have Entomb in here. But anyway, I'm getting off track, as I always do. So let's keep looking. So the other deck I was thinking of employing my Gifts and Given in is Nekazar. Because the Nekazar, for example, if he's going to get targeted, and I do not have an Undying Evil effect, let me show you what that looks like so you know what the hell I'm talking about. Let's see. Where is Nekazar? Okay, here's Nekazar the Punisher. So if somebody's targeting him and I need one of these, of course I would have to have 5 mana to do it. I would have to have 5 mana because I need 4 mana for the Gifts and Given and 1 mana to cast one of these damn things. But there are 4 of them, so I could put all 4 in my hand. Or, conversely, I've got 4, 5 counterspells. I could put a counterspell in my hand. Or I could find a wheel. So maybe Nekazar's of it. Anyway, I'll figure that out later. So those are the 2 decks I'm thinking of. I could put it into some other decks I have, like Muldratha, but Muldratha already has Intuition. Intuition is like a mini Gifts and Given, and I better read the card because I forget exactly what it does because I've not looked at it in a long time. So Intuition is a reservist card. 2 in a blue, not 3 in a blue. Search library for any 3 cards. Reveal them to target opponent. So he's the only one that gets to see them. With Gifts and Given, everybody gets to see the cards, but only one person chooses. With Intuition, only one person gets to look at and choose. So he chooses 1. That goes in your hand, and then the rest goes in your graveyard. So Gifts and Given, he chooses 2 cards to go in your graveyard. Intuition, he chooses 1 card to go in your hand. Fine differences, but it's important to keep track of things. By the way, you want to see something? Look how much the Judge foil is. Oh my god. 600 euros for a near mint one. Woo! Anyway, so Gifts and Given is unbanned, and I own 1. Sway of the Stars is unbanned. Nobody in my playgroup is going to use this. Out of all these cards, looking at the stack, the pile, the 5, the only one I'm possibly going to see any of my mates play, the people that I play with regularly, is Gifts and Given, because I know the Genie has a few copies, and Braid's Qual Minion, because she's a cheap-ass card from Modern... She was just printed. So somebody's going to play her. I know it. Probably Cube. Sway of the Stars, out of everybody in my playgroup, the only person that is even likely to want to play this is me. And that's only if I Joris to build, which I don't. because it's not that hard to keep a 2/2 red and blue wizard with no evasion, no protection, no hexproof, no ward, no nothing. It's really easy to keep her off the field. And if she's not on the field, I can't suspend shit. And I would only play this if I'm playing her and I could suspend it. So I'm not worried about seeing Sway of the Stars. Nobody in my group's going to play it. Braids, I've got one. I've got a foil one that I opened in a pack of Modern Horizons. Um, I just kept it because it's financially worthless. Nobody wants it. Let's see what she is now, actually. Let's see. Did she go up in value? Is she worth €2 as opposed to half a euro? Oh, wow. She's a €10 card now. My God. That didn't take long at all. I'm really surprised. I thought she would go from half a euro to 1 to 2. Nope. She went from half euro to 10. What about the Odyssey version? That's good. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, I should have bought one of those. But I had no place to put it. There's a shitload of cards I want. So, no point. What about this version? How much is that? Well, that's the cheap one. You can get one of those for €5. It's the Modern Horizons one that's expensive. What about the stupid foil etch card? How much is that? It's about the same. So anyway, she's a €10 card now. I'm sure somebody's going to play it. Maybe I'll play it. Where would I put her? Though? Some kind of token deck. I wouldn't put her in my mono black deck, my Hirobi deck, because I don't generate enough tokens to have disposable resources. She would go good in the Korvold sacrifice build, but I no longer have Korvold built as a sacrifice deck. I have him built as an attack deck. But still, if I have her and I'm generating tokens, which he's kind of light on now, I can keep abreast of the restriction. I can keep sacrificing things I don't care about and let my opponents figure out what they're going to do about it. Maybe they'll just kill her because, like I just said, a 2/2 wizard with no protection, no evasion, no ward, no nothing, no hexproof. She's not hard to kill. So Braids here is not hard to kill. Coalition victory. Are any of the lands playing a 5-color deck? The Genie is, but I don't think he would play this. It costs too much. I could put it into the Omnath deck I'm building, but I don't want to. I don't want to win this way. I want to win by smashing people in the face. I don't look. I spent 8 mana. I've got Omnath. I've got 2 Triumphs. I win. Yay! Boo! Fuck that. So I don't think anybody in my group's going to play it. Now this damn thing is. Let's see how much it is. Panoptic Mirror. So Panoptic Mirror, 5 to cast it, and then to imprint it, you have to spend the casting cost. So if you want to imprint Time Spiral, you have to spend 5, tap it, it's exiled, it's imprinted on the mirror, and then during your upkeep, you can cast it for free. So it's already up to a good €20 for one in Decent Edition. The thing is, I don't think a lot of people are going to play this because what are you going to do with it? If you're playing Panoptic Mirror, you're planning to cast some spell every turn. You want to get value out of it. You don't want just a lightning bolt. I mean, you could. You can spend 5 mana, and then another one, and imprint lightning bolt, and you get a lightning bolt every turn. Big fucking deal. You can do a lightning helix. You can do Swords to Plowshares. You could do Path to Exile. What else would be fun? Something that, Ghostly Flicker. So you can, actually, that might be interesting. You put Ghostly Flicker under it. But what are people going to do? They're going to put fucking Time Spiral, or Armageddon, or Wrath of God, some bullshit like that. You've got Panoptic Mirror with an Armageddon on it, and a Wrath of God on it, and you're playing a deck that gets around those. Let's say you put Wrath of God on it, and you're playing a deck with all man lands and planeswalkers. So you don't care if all the creatures die every turn. Every turn, my upkeep, all the creatures die. Oh, it's my turn again. My upkeep. Okay, all the creatures you guys played because you got nothing else to do because you're trying to do what your decks were built to do. Fuck you guys. Wrath of God. So I don't expect too many people that aren't already assholes not to play this. I do expect to see it in Astrucian, though. In Prague, we have kind of a gentleman's agreement with this sort of thing. In Astrucina, the gloves are off. In Astrucina, dirty things happen. But I still will not get one, just so I can do dirtier things that I can already. So out of these 5, there's only 2 that I expect to have any impact on in my playgroup. And then Gavin Verhey, whenever he talks, he sounds like he's tired. He sounds like he's been through a lot of bullshit, but he doesn't want to do it anymore, but he has to. That's what he sounds like. He explains, and I'll link this. He explains the decisions behind the cards, why they pick these cards, why they think they're fine to unban. He mentions Dockside Distortionist, Jewel Lotus Mana Crypt, 3 things that were banned last year and caused the Rules Committee to abdicate. And he says, yeah, we didn't unban them now. But they're going to be unbanned because they can be reprinted. And the longer they go before getting reprinted, and the longer they go before being unbanned and reallowed in EDH, the more equity Wizards will build up, the more pent-up demand there will be. So let's say next year they unban Dockside Distortionist, and they just happen to print one in Modern Horizons. I guess it'd be 4 by then, if they skip this year. So, well, look, he got reprinted, and hey, he got unbanned. Boom. It's funny how that works out. We didn't plan it at all. So that's what's going to happen there, is one of these will probably get unbanned next year, and it'll get reprinted next year, and the price will shoot through the moon. So if you want any of these, Dockside, Jewel Lotus, Mana Crypt, and you you want to get them now, or in the next few months, before they do this. Now, I'm not saying they'll do this next year. I have no way of knowing. They might do it in 2 years, but they're going to do it. And then what they do is they talk about future unbans. They say future bans. These aren't future bans, these are future unbans, right? So he talks about specific cards. He talks about balance, talks about biorhythm, which I could see them unbanning biorhythm. Just, I mean, it costs 8. And yeah, in a green deck, you've got 8 mana on turn 4 if your deck is working. So there's a possibility that they'll unban that. I think it will. To be fair, I think everything on this list eventually will get unbanned. Probably not these cards. Probably not Recall, Lotus, Chaos Orb, Channel, Falling Star, all these. Karakas is a problem because of the way it's worded. I can only see them unbanning Karakas if they errata it. So it says return target non-commander legendary creature to its owner's hand. Unless they do that, I don't think they'll ever unban Karakas because it just fucks with people's commanders. Or in the case of some people, it lets them keep bouncing their commander back to their hand so they can replay it and get some benefit. So unless they put that errata on there, I don't see it. But then, why should they errata Karakas? They can just reprint. They can print a new card that says say two colorless, tap. Return target non-commander legendary creature to its owner's hand. And then they can make money. Library of Alexandria, it's I don't really think it's that powerful in normal EDH games. Of course, every card there's somebody that's going to maximize it, abuse it, some asshole. Mainly this is here because it's like 2,000 euros. So who the hell plays it? Now, then again, there's another 2,000 euro card that they put on the game changer list. So price is no longer a reason to ban things, but it might be a reason to keep things banned. I'm not sure. I don't know what the thought process is. I don't know if they just smoke a lot of weed, go in a room, play some Deep Purple, and just start vibing and chilling out, talking about cards, man. What are we going to unban, dude? Because some of their decisions look like a bunch of potheads just throwing darts at the wall. Balance is probably not coming back anytime soon, but it will. This piece of shit, Areo, sorry Tommy, send it. Now, I had a lot of trouble figuring this out. I had a lot of trouble understanding this because they say that it's easy. Whenever the fourth, so you have to cast this, you have to get this into play. Whenever the fourth spell of a turn is played, you flip it over, and it becomes a fucking enchantment that says, counter the first spell played by your opponent each turn. And then I remembered Lotus Petal, Lion's Eye Diamond, Chrome Mox, Mox Opal, just all the free shit. If it's your commander, you can't have Elvish Spirit Guide, but you just play a bunch of free spells, and then you flip it over. You cast it, then you play the free spells, and then it flips over. For example, turn 1, Island, Lotus Petal, crack it, Aramel comes out. And then you play, I don't know, some other free, Welding Jar, and Chrome Mox. Bang, 4 spells is flipped. Your opponents are fucked. Fast Bond, as power creep goes on, I expect all these, the ones that they're specifically talking about, the ones that they're bringing to our attention. There's a reason that they're bringing them to our attention. A few of them, they're telegraphing, buy them now before we unban them and reprint them, and their price shoots the fuck up. Some of them, like, where is he? Sylvan Primordial. His problem is, he's got 2 problems. When he enters battlefield, for each opponent, destroy target non-creature permanent the player controls. For each permanent destroyed this way, search a library, force card, and put it on interplay tapped. He doesn't say may. If it said, you may destroy target non-creature permanent that player controls, it would be much better. So right now, the way it works is you play it, and if there's somebody that you don't want to screw over, there's somebody behind, and you don't want to destroy any of his stuff because he doesn't have that much anyway, you have to. You don't have a fucking choice. So if they printed this, so he said, you may, then that would be a much better card. Or if your opponents got the land, your opponents could basically become a Path to Exile. When it comes to play, for each opponent, you may destroy target non-creature permanent that player controls. For each permanent destroyed this way, they may search the library for a basic land card, put it in play tapped. Then they could drop it down to 6 mana, and make it a 6/6 reaching trampler, something like that. That would be a much better card. For example, Verdant something. There's another creature like this where it comes into play, and I think it's you may destroy permanent. I forget what the restriction is because I can't remember the name of the fucking card because there's 20,000 cards, and whenever I want to remember one, I never do. So there you go. But it comes to play, and you destroy, if you choose to, a permanent for each opponent. And they get a 3/3 elephant. They get a consolation prize. If Sylvan Primordial gave your opponents the consolation prize, then it'd be fine. Tinker, yeah, this is fucking messed up. So, turn 3, trade your food token for a Blightsteel Colossus. In Shroom, I would trade a Soul Ring for Darksteel Forge and just go to town from there. And here's one of the big ones. Here's one of the big ones on the list. Tolarian Academy. A lot of people say they'll never unban Tolarian Academy because it's reserve list. They can't print it, so they can't make money. But that's not quite true. They can't directly reprint this, but if they unban it, schmucks like me on the internet are going to be talking about it for weeks, making videos, brewing decks, showing decks. People that are interested in what us weirdos on the internet have to say are going to follow it, like, subscribe, build their own decks, buy cards for those decks. So I guarantee a lot of people that have never played the Academy before and would have the financial means to buy one if it became unbanned, or if they buy one in advance, and then after they wait for an unban before they start putting the deck together, they're going to need new cards. It's going to open up a lot of avenues for them. That said, I think within 2 weeks of this getting unbanned, it's going to hit 5. It's going to be as much as a Cradle. Within a month of getting unbanned, it's going to be €1,000. I'm pretty sure about that. That's why I have an extra copy. I own 3 copies. If it gets unbanned, Nexar gets 1, Shroom gets 1, and I'll sell 1. Anything else we're talking about? Not really. I've probably exceeded my 30 minutes. So let me get this posted and get your ideas on it. Let me know what you think. Cheers. So where's that stupid